couldn't you guys put away Wright State?
Well, I think when you look at the two teams, I don't know what their age is on their roster, but you know, Brian, it's when you're coaching 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores, and they're all playing 30-plus minutes. When you get a lead, you've got to build on that because you know eventually the cream's going to rise to the top, and I thought their players did in that second half. It wasn't anything that I didn't think was going to come. We knew they were going to make a run. You know, I feel for my young guys. I feel for all my guys. You know, we kind of beat ourselves a little bit tonight. They had 28 points off our turnovers. We put them at the foul line 18 times. We shot 9 free throws. That's been a common theme, to be honest with you, Brian, with the 300 and whatever we are, youngest team in basketball. You're going to foul more. It's just that is life, you know, and I got to live with that. They're going to have more mistakes. But I just told those guys in the locker room, I wouldn't trade any of them. I like my young guys. I think hopefully our fans can kind of see our improvement over the last 2 months. You know, our young guys, I wouldn't trade any of them. That's why I recruited those guys. I think they're going to be the foundation between our freshman and our sophomore classes. We got a lot of good players. And I think those guys will get the last laugh in the Horizon League before it's all said and done. So, you know, teams can beat us now. They better beat us now because I think you guys can all see our young guys can really play. And their senior, Mark Hughes, which is a tremendous player, a guy that I respect. You know, I didn't have a chance to recruit him. I wasn't a coach here. But he made some winning plays. I think Loudon made some winning plays. Those guys did what they're supposed to do. I thought Malachi Smith was tremendous for him. You know, here's a young man that we watched tape the other night. I said, this guy's going to play a ton of minutes. He played unbelievable against Northern Kentucky. He's a great athlete. He stepped up for them. But, you know, it is what it is right now, Brian. Growing pains are tough. Losing sucks. There's no doubt about it. But we're learning a lot, and we cannot separate. You know, as I told those guys, losing's awful. There's no doubt about it. But you got to keep the faith. You got to believe in one another. You got to be a family. And this team has shown that so far.
Can you talk about what Noe did, especially against Loudon tonight?
Yeah, I told you guys 2 weeks ago, Noe and I had an adult conversation. I was very, very blunt with him. Either lead or sit. There's no more not using your mouth and not talking as a senior. Totally not what I stand for. So lead these young guys, help them out, and you'll play. And if you don't, you're going to sit and rot the next 3 to 4 weeks, and you're going to be miserable. And Noe's a type of kid. You just got to give him a little direction. He had to come out of his shell a little bit. He's been tremendous. You know, whatever amount of games we win, I don't really, at this point, he's going to have a major impact on us year 2, 3, and 4 from now with our freshmen from now because he's showing them the ropes. And you've got to have upper management. You got to have seniors, John, to really win big in college basketball. Unless you got Zion Williams of the world and those types of players. You saw tonight, I just think experience won this game. I hope. We're going to need him at 1 o'clock. Maybe he can put it out in the snow tonight if the snow starts. He'll be ready. He's a warrior. He'll be ready.
Only played 4 minutes today.
Yeah, he can't stay out of foul trouble. It's very, very frustrating. He played against the best, second best, maybe, I don't know, first or second best. I don't want to slight Drew McDonald because I think he's a monster too. Another senior, by the way. You'll see him at 1 o'clock on Saturday, just a load. Him and Loudon Love are the best 2 bigs in this conference. And I told Olet shoot-around, I said, you'll probably have 2 fouls by the 18-minute mark. And I was wrong. It was 17:36 on the clock, and he had 2 fouls, and he sat the rest of the game. He's learning the game of basketball. He's been playing it, but how much has he been really coached? You see the length, you see the size, you see the athleticism. I see the potential. Potential's a dangerous word. You got to develop potential, and you got to want to develop. And I think he will. But I kind of knew no way he's going to play a lot of minutes tonight.
What does this team need to learn, win close games?
Probably we give up some crucial baskets or we turn the ball over at a crucial situation. The speed of the game is very fast for freshmen. So they want to go 100 miles an hour. Their pace isn't as good as seniors. Somebody said, Coach, why did you stall the game at IUPUI? We never stalled. They just pressed us, and we kind of weren't used to that moment. I don't think I've ever stalled in basketball. We like to get out and run, and just going through those moments, Brian. It's probably like you starting out as a reporter. I don't know when you started, but I'm sure when you first started, you weren't very good. I think you're one of the better ones around, to be honest with you. I don't know. You and Vargo can go to battle. I like both of you guys. You've wrote a lot of good stuff about our program. But you're just learning, right? Like, I didn't know what I was doing my first year at Fairmont. Well, I got a whole team full of that. But so I can't fault their effort. I'm not going to fault their effort tonight. They played their tails off. They're young. They just haven't made the right steps yet. They can't make that winning play to get us there. So close.
Anything else?
How did you feel the crowd?
I thought the crowd was good. I thought, what we did tonight honoring those student athletes, that's really what college sports are about. I thought that was awesome. We had a couple of sports teams in here, youth teams. I just talked to one of them down there in the locker room. It's if our fans will just stay the course like our players will, I think they're going to see a winner here. We've got at least 2 guys who are going to be on the all-freshman team, I think, or getting close. We're going to get there, and they got to stay the course. But I also think they can be the difference. They always say if you win, they'll come. Well, why not come and then let's win together? That was kind of what happened at Fairmont. It's been here a little bit. Just come. It's when you walk out in front of a packed house, 4,000, 3,000. I bet you it would help us that much more, right? These young guys would have that much more energy. I think we had 1,600. I get it, the snow and the weather, but let's bring them down here and then win with us, because we really need that support. And you can see the ones that are the loyal ones. They're there every game. It's awesome.